And let's start with some Qigong. So here we go, feet together, and opening salute. Left hand covers right fist, and disciples position, formal salute if you know it. Okay, Qi awakening exercises, hands on the Dantian, and we inhale up, connecting with heaven. Exhale down, gathering energy. Inhale, 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, second exercise, rooting. Imagine your feet turn into tree roots that grow down into the earth. You can inhale, pull the earth's energy up, fill your body, and exhaling, release. Inhale from the earth, and exhale, strengthening the body. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And down. Palms up, union of heaven and earth. Inhale to the lower dantian, expand and open. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. 4. And 5. And relax down, lubricating the joints, hands up, circle your wrists, getting the body warmed up. You can smile to those wrists, that'll get your mind warmed up. And switch. And here we go, elbows, circle. And reverse. All right, shoulders rolling back. And then switch. Step your right foot out. And here we go, right hand, big circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch directions. E, R, sun, su. Whoa. And other side, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other way, E, R, sun, su. Whoa. Feet shoulder width, and let's take left ear to shoulder. Exhale, roll it down, inhaling up the other side. And then exhale, right ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale up the other side. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. 1 more set. And then chin to chest. And stack it up. Okay, twisting the spine. And twist. All right, hands on the waist, circle your upper body. And reverse it. All right, feet together and swivel those hips. And switch. Step it out. And we're going to take our hips in a bicycle motion. And then just for fun, come down and get your knees, and we're going to do outward circles with those knees. And that one's fun. The other way is less fun, but let's try it just to see. Nope, didn't change. Still doesn't feel good. All right, feet together, and let's circle the knees. All things change, my friends, but not that exercise. And stretch it down. Bring it up, go the other way. Stretch it down. And tuck the butt, stack your spine all the way up. Right foot back, circle that ankle. And switch. Other side. And switch. And relax, feet shoulder width, pulling down heavens. Inhale. Exhale. 2. And 3. Okay, warming up Qigong, master sequence, palms up, inhale. Exhale, he sound. 2. And 3. Step it out. And tiger wrens with claws, pull it back. Exhale, keep that chest open. Inhale, puff it up more. And then exhale, round forward. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, keep it open. Inhale, puff it up more. And exhale, release it down. Warrior drawing the bow. Circle your hands up to your right. Over and pull back the bow. Exhale, lung sounds. Other side, inhale. And one last time. Stepping in, mist descends on the mountain. Inhale, fill the lungs with white chi. Exhale, descending the chi down to your kidneys and your lower belly. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale down. Hands come to the kidneys. Kidney breathing. Inhale, inflate your lower back. Push it out with the breath. Exhale to relax. Visualizing a deep blue light as you inhale, pull it into the kidneys. Exhaling, visualizing the kidneys glow with deep blue light. One more time, inhale. And then on the exhale, fold forward. If it's hard to stretch all the way down, just come to your knees. Otherwise, grab those ankles. Right hand to the left ankle, inhale, twist. And then exhale, switch. Inhale, twist up. 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 And one more time. Inhale, twist up. Reach into the earth. Inhale, pull energy up from the earth. Wrap the waist and exhale, send it into your kidneys. Nourishing the root of the body. Reaching down into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, send it in. One more time. And inhale. Exhale, send it in. Release down, step it out. Dragon shows its claws, starting to your left, pushing with your right hand. I'll mirror you. Inhale. Liver sound, push. Other side. Okay, dragon soars in the sky. Spread your wings. And let's do the variation coming over into the side angle pose. Breathing into that side body. And then arching over, other side. And then reaching up. And then let's take the twist. Right hand down, right knee down, twist, exhale. And then inhale, soar up. And other side, twist. Inhale, soar it up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, soar it up. And exhale, twist. Dragon beats the ancestral drum. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, punch it down. And punch. One more time. Okay, Phoenix spreads wings. Inhale, leading with the pinkies. And Phoenix enters the cave. Bring it to your heart. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale to the heart. One more set. And exhale. Bring it on down. Press with your right. Twist, arch the heart up. Ha sound. Inhale. Other side, press. Last time. Come to the center, roll it up. One of y'all needs to mute your microphone. And feet fist distance apart. Clasping the hands behind or just placing them on your back. Firm up through your legs, your lower abs. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, ha sound. Inhale, lift up through the root. On the exhales, drop those head and arms back. One more set. Inhale, bring it up. Separate the hands, fold forward, palms toward the earth, ha sound. Let it go, bend the knees, interlace your hands, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Center. One more set. And back. Exhale, release it down. Step your feet out a little wider than shoulder width, holding the ball at the lower dantian. Standing meditation. And gently bring it in. Pulling down the heavens, palms facing earth. Inhale, palms facing heaven. Inhale. Palm over palm, smooth down the central channel. And seal the chi. Inhale from the earth, from heaven. Exhale. And seal the chi. One more time. And down. And seal. And relax. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll take any questions, and then we'll get back to it. All right. Oh, let's pin the video. I'm going to have to edit all of your faces out. That's okay. Spotlight. All right, so we're continuing on in our study of small circular fist. We have a couple of really cool forms to get to today, so let's get right to our temple exercises, starting with split bamboo or opening a bamboo. Feet together, hands are gonna come forward, open and stretch, and then they slap themselves back together. Here we go with the count. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now with the step, you're gonna take your right foot forward to pierce, your left foot up to split. Same one that stepped forward, steps back, right foot back, and back. So now left foot lunge, split, left foot back, and back. Right foot lunge, split, right foot back, and back. Left foot lunge, split, left foot back, and back. Let's do it with the count a couple times. Ready, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and back. So this is a great warm-up because you are lunging and unlunging and lunging and unlunging. You could even just do this with your legs if it was too complicated to do that with your arms. And for you martial artists, one of the things that you might practice is this is great for your wrestling if you're going to be lunging for those single leg takedowns, or even if you are going to be stepping your leg back into these sort of half sprawls to avoid those single leg takedowns. This is a great exercise to get you started. Get your breath going. So now chopping backward from here, we're going to turn and chop right and left. And like we said before, this is called chopping the dummy behind you. So if you had one of these wooden commands, you could turn and chop that. But that's a code that you're supposed to pick a target behind you. So I want you to turn with your eyes and chop, turn with your eyes and chop. This will be important for next week's lesson. So here we go, to the right and then to the left on the count. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now the opposite side. We're going to go left and right. Ready, E, R, San, Su, O, Leo, Chi, Ba, Jo, Shi. Okay, step it out. Shanghai exercise, palms up, and sink down and slap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight knee raise. Let's put our hands one on top of the other. You're going to pick your knee up and knee yourself in the hand. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now crane blocking exercise. That's to bring your leg up just like we did before, but now the foot tilts to cover the opposite knee, and you're going to slap the inside of that ankle. So here we go, starting with your either foot is fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now, favorite yoga pose, Kikironasana. You're going to kick yourself in the butt. And you slap the outside of the ankle. Ready, E, R, San, Su, Wo, Leo, Chi, Ba, Jo, Shi. Good. Crossing over. You're going to step with your right. Left hand goes up, swing the left, hit the inside of the ankle, then immediately step with your left. Right hand goes up, hit the inside of the ankle. So here we go, step, and look at the foot, step, look at the foot, step, and look at the foot, step, look at the foot, go, 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 twisting that spine. I didn't count, so we're just gonna go until I don't want it anymore. And that's gonna be 3, 2, 1. And relax. let me take this opportunity to remind you that if any of these exercises hurt, please don't do them. Take full responsibility for your own body. I'm not there to correct you. Check with your physician before starting this or any exercise program. This stuff is sometimes dangerous. It's not always just healing. So now we're going to do straight leg raise, and we'll do this with the channel tapping. So your hands are wide, my right foot is back for now, and I'm going to go left, right. I'm going to hit my palm with the back of my hand, and then as my right foot swings up, I'm going to hit the top of the foot with the front of my hand. So let's try it again slow. Left, right, swing, hit, down. 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 Okay, with a little bit of intention. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch sides. Okay, now it goes right, left, swing, hit. Right, left, swing, and hit. Right, left, swing, and hit. All right, a little bit of intention. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And down. Okay, outside crescent kick. And for today's class, let's do the Tai Chi variation, sweeping the lotus kick. And I'm inspired to do this both because the big outside crescent kick is not available to everyone. This one is much more available. And as we're tapping these various channel points on ourselves, the Tai Chi sweeping lotus hits different points than the Shaolin version. So what's going to happen is your hips turn you to the side, and then they're going to whip your leg across. So you can try this just as a loose leg exercise. Whee! And you just whip it across. You just whip it across. You just whip it across. So now your paws now are going to do something opposite of that. So as the leg comes across, my palms are going to go this way, and then they go that way. And you want to hear that, get the rhythm. So all together it goes there. So the hands sort of get ready. This is teaching you how to shift your torso to make the movement happen. So my hands get ready, and then they hit. So let's try this on the right leg 5 times. Outside sweeping lotus kick. Ready, and 1, 2. And if you can't reach your leg, just imagine it. Just play. 3, 4, and 5. Other side. Okay, a couple practice rounds. So practice, just swing that leg and across. So if the leg doesn't get very high, you can just practice this dance move, or like, I think I saw some Kung Fu movie where the dude had his Kung Fu robe and he was like, drew a line in the sand. So you can just practice that, just draw a line in the sand with it. And then if you can, swing that way. Wow. Make your hips, swing it across. Make my hips, swing it across. Then my hands are gonna practice getting ready, and then the opposite. Getting ready, and then the opposite. Getting ready, and then the opposite. All right, with a little bit of enthusiasm, here we go. And E, R, San, Su, whoop, and relax. Pulling down heavens, and exhale it down. All right, so just some basic temple exercises to get the body warmed up. Remember, the temple exercises are the first foundation of Shaolin Kung Fu. Shaolin Kung Fu is a yogic art. It's made as a system of self-cultivation that has a byproduct of self-defense. And so this originally comes from these temple exercises, which are Indian Himalayan yogic exercises that then were developed into martial art practices because they make the body very strong and flexible. So now moving into the practical exercises, but in the classical format. So in Shaolin, as we've said in previous classes, they teach these practical sort of biokinetics through these very specific drills that have an ancient flavor to them, but they're teaching very powerful principles if you know how to decode them. So let's open ourselves to our horse stance. Palms up, fingers in, thumbs on top, pull it back. And then you're gonna open your toes, heels, toes, heels halfway, and sink it on down. You don't have to be very low, but if you can stay low and let your legs burn a little bit, strengthening these leg muscles is actually gonna help start pumping out a whole bunch of human growth hormone and testosterone and nifty things that are these anabolic body rebuilding chemicals in yourself. So from here, we're gonna just do punching from horse stance. So you bring one hand forward, and then the timing is as that hand pulls back, the other hand pulls forward. One hand pulls back, the other hand pulls forward. One hand back, one hand forward, and one hand back, other hand forward. That's the first thing this teaches us is timing. Second thing is it's gonna teach us to turn the waist. Don't worry about your hips or your legs yet, just turn your waist. And so as I pull, I use my waist as if you're at a pull on a big rope. And let that sort of just the waist turn, fling that other hand out. So I pull and fling, 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 pull and fling. Now folding the crease of your hip. So without shifting your weight yet, I'm just gonna crease that hip. So my waist is turning and then this is also creasing in. And so as I pull and swing, there's a type of sinking power into your punch where the internal martial artist will say you're trying to hit them with the earth. You're not trying to hit them with your fist, you're trying to hit them with the whole planet Earth. So as I pull, I drop, and I crease that hip joint. I pull and drop, crease the hip joint, pull and drop, crease the hip joint, pull and drop, crease the hip joint. Now at home, in morning Kung Fu practice, I always notice you have to grease the hip joint in order to crease the hip joint. So if this doesn't go very far, don't worry about it. Try it later in the day. Try working on some different stretches this week, and you may find that you have more crease when you have more grease. So let's do a couple more. Here we go. Sink, 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 and sink. Good, now we are going to start shifting. So my foot is gonna turn out a bit, my other foot turns in a bit, and as I shift my body, then I'm gonna launch that hand right on out. Same thing, I pull, and now I'm shifting my feet, and I launch that hand. The hand should feel like a javelin, sort of being launched out from the paw. So you pull, and hit, pull, and hit, pull, and hit, pull, 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 hit. Let's try it with a block. So you're gonna block down, block the face, and then pull, hit. Block down, block the face, 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 pull, hit. Okay, so we're gonna keep going moderate today, and I want you to feel, if it's too moderate, just between sets, just stop and do 25 push-ups or single leg squats or kettlebell swings, and then it won't feel moderate anymore. But what I want you to feel is that as you go, that the arm is doing very little and the body, your body is swinging this arm. This one's like a ball and chain. This one's kind of a ball and chain too, but I like to feel it almost like you're throwing a spear. So let's try just a few rounds where you swing and hit. Swing, hit, swing, 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 swing. Okay, one more. You can do this with footwork if you like. This comes from Southern Kung Fu training predominantly. So as I swing, I'm gonna step my lead foot forward. And as I hit, my rear foot recovers. As I swing, I step my lead foot forward. And as I hit, my rear foot recovers. So I swing, swing, swing. It doesn't work as well going backwards. You can do it, but it's not as fun. So just back up and let's do it again. So here we go. Hit, stepping forward, stepping forward, stepping forward. Again. One more round. Here we go. Swing and hit. 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 And back it on up. Okay, so this is very classical style, these big stances, these big arm, the chambered fist. You don't do that if you're trying to defend yourself. You keep your shell on. But what it's teaching is when they try to teach you in boxing how to step and get the timing with that cross, step and get the timing with that jab, or simultaneously block and strike. These footwork drills and handwork drills are that exact timing. So these are training a pattern of coordination in your body that then leads to power generation for Kung Fu. But what's interesting, as we were talking about in class yesterday, these patterns of generating bodily efficiency are universal. So they'll affect your Kung Fu, but they also affect if you have to push your car, or if you have to open a stuck door, or anything like this. So they're strengthening your body in these very functional ways. Same way people do with kettlebells, when they swing the mace, all of these very functional exercise patterns that are popular today, a lot of them were actually developed from old classical martial arts trainings. Okay, so one more. In the horse stance, we're going to do the block that's in this form. And so this one is going to go block down, and then you turn block up, and this time the heel is going to come up, and you punch about solar plexus height. So the hand that just punched blocks down, blocks up as you turn, and you hit solar plexus height. Down, turn, hit. Down, turn, hit. Down, turn, hit. Down, turn, hit. This is also a very universal pattern. I'm remembering in one Bagua system, this is for the lion. And like many internal arts, they keep it small in the internal system. So here, your face is always covered, and they're using the coiling of the waist to make the change in your hands. Same thing in the Shaolin, but the Shaolin starts it big to give you the sense of how the timing coordination moves and to train your fascia to open up. So from here, let's do it with a little bit of excitement. And we're going to block down, hit, 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 and block down, hit. Good. Pull it down. So hopefully this is giving, I have a mild dew. Today is World Tai Chi Day. We already did our Qigong together, so we're honoring World Tai Chi Day. But in the internal martial arts, they say, generally in your training, you don't want to get to training and dripping sweat all the time. They say if you're cultivating your chi, that can actually make your chi weak. I'm not sure if modern research backs that up, but you should be at the point where, you know, for me to teach the class, I have to take an extra breath in. My breath isn't all that taxed if I wasn't trying to talk to you. And you should have just a mild little sweat. This is a great place to do your sustained training. And then you also want to train different bursts and things like that. But if you're not there yet, then one of the places where people cheat is we come down for this and then we come all the way back up and stand up, right? So if you want more conditioning in your Kung Fu, you'll go here and then keep your lunge way down here. And if you do 8 of these, your body should hate you slightly, and you should start to be generating that kind of strength that Shaolin is made to generate. Okay, next one's opening the horse stance. Palms up, fingers in, thumbs on top. Hold it back. Open toes, heels, toes, heels halfway. You're in a horse stance. Now we're going to do the hook punch. So let's do this facing forward, since we haven't done that yet. And we'll do the version from the Mantis system where you use your own hand to create resistance. So the thing about shadow boxing is you can't go full power because you'll actually throw your joints out of whack or end up hitting yourself. Or you can even over snap. You can get yourself an interesting little bone spur on the end of your elbow if you snap your karate blows out too often. So Kung Fu, they made a bunch of ways to train this, and it also stimulates your meridians. So what I'm going to do with this hook punch, it's a thumb down hook. This is almost like the right overhand, but it is a legitimate hook. And often in Kung Fu, they're not using this for the power of the tight hook. They're actually using this for a long hook, and they'll glance these knuckles just right off the temple to do this pressure point strike. And your temple, if you've ever had a trigger point there, you'll know this is a pretty good pressure point strike. So they'll hit this way. Sometimes it even goes slightly down, but I like to keep our elbows down in general practice. So what you're gonna do is the hook just arcs out, and look, my body is making that happen, this rotation of the torso. So I'm not just standing here, I coil and I uncoil. And I'm hitting right on this triple warmer meridian point, which is said to help boost your immune system. So isn't that nice? So let's go to this side if you're mirroring or matching whatever it is. I'm doing my right side. So you coil, the other hand has to expand too, and then you close and hit. Then the other side, you coil, expand, hit, coil, 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 hit, and coil, hit. Good, all right, your arms should feel nicely stimulated. And now we're gonna do the big hook. And let's do the one from the form, which is in your form, if you go back and watch those videos or you already know the form, it's actually palm facing down, thumb toward you. Now this is a valid hook for some people, but a lot of people who are experienced in teaching boxing will say that this is one that's more likely to give you a fracture in your knuckles, and so they often recommend the thumb up hook. So if we're practicing our boxing drills, work this thumb up hook, or what I like as a Kung Fu practitioner is I actually like to do the open palm slap. So these hooks can come open palm, or the tight hook can come right here with thumb up. But in your form, it's palm down because it's actually very likely a throw, and this is actually getting a person in the headlock. So for here, you could use any of those palm forms, but the thing to know is as we turn, this big old hook is gonna come around. So let's try that to the other side. It opens. So this is actually to stretch your pec, to teach you how to stretch your pecs open before you do that hook. And then it closes and you wrap. So open and close. Open, close. Open and 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 close. So again, you should feel this ball and chain type energy with your arms. And you should notice how nice it was to have something to run into. On this one, you have to kind of stop your arm yourself. So each of these exercises has their limitations. But let's try this one with a little bit of enthusiasm, starting to this side. And here we go. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. From here, one more set of drills in your horse stance. We're going to turn our horse stance. This time, let's leave the heel down, and you're going to come into the uppercut. So I don't know if the lighting's from far away. I can't quite tell the lighting, but let's see. So if I were here, I turn my horse stance. This is coming as if right under a person's chin, right? So as I turn my stance, it's going to come with the uppercut as if right under a person's chin. So your other hand has two options. I'll give you two options. You can play with them. One is to come back to the hip like we've been doing. The other, you'll see in the forms, is actually to come back here. And this sort of makes like a fascial rip, I call it the ripcord, because it's like something about that counterweight teaches you how to swing the body in through that strike. So you can play which one you like. This one is actually a little better for beginners, but in the changing stances, it can also be a slightly awkward position. So you get to play with it. So here we go, nice and slow. We go uppercut, turn your stance, uppercut. Turn the stance, uppercut. Turn the stance, uppercut. Turn the stance, and this is coming right up the center as if it was punching your own jaw. and uppercut. Because there are truly no others. So even if you punch another's jaw in the Shaolin tradition, you have punched your own. Uppercut, 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 and uppercut. Okay, you should be familiar. Let's do it with some enthusiasm. So here we go. And E, R, San, Su, Wo, Liu, Chi, Ba, Jo, Shi. Okay, last one. You can do this one with the walking. So as I change, I'm going to go step, and you want your back step to land with the strike. So it steps. So on this one, the step is just like beat early, like the pre-step is like the setup. So from here we go, stepping forward. And this one's easy to step back with as well. Not sure about the martial effectiveness of the step back uppercut, but as an exercise, it's pretty fun. So a couple more. And pull her down. Oh. All right, last two drills of these classic style drills. So a few classes ago, we did 4-count knees, and we're going to review 4-count knees. So we can have this just basic hands up self-defense position. And from here, my right knee is going to come up. Let's do an upward knee for today. And then I walk through, my left knee comes up. Then my right knee is going to come in around. And then my left knee comes around. So this is 4-count knees. Now I'm on the other side, and I happen to turn so my left foot is back, which is great. So I get this kind of like bilateral symmetry. So the back knee comes up, back knee comes up, back knee comes around, back knee comes around. Okay, I'll do it facing the camera, so maybe those round knees make more sense if they don't yet. So it goes up, up, round, round. Okay, you're welcome to use this pendulating footwork if you don't have a lot of space. So one more time, here goes up, up, round, round. And note, I'm using my hands just like in our Lotus kick. The hands are offsetting the movements of the legs. So this is 4-count knees, and the nice thing about it is you can just do this as a drill. You can do this as a warm-up, you can do it with a little power, you can get on the bag, and that's where you'll use these pendulating as I go straight knee, and have a little bit of fun with that. So now, that's 4-count knees. The next one you're gonna do is 8-count elbows. 8-count elbows, and let's see if I can remember all 8 of them in the proper order. If I don't, it's okay, they go in different orders. So I'm gonna step through, and this is a cross elbow. This is like the hook punch, except for you fold that wing and you hit with the elbow. So you can practice this just straight ahead without the steps. And here it is, crossing elbow. So with the stepping, either foot is forward and you're gonna step your back foot, crossing elbow. I'm in sort of a horse stance, almost a forward stance. And then I step, crossing elbow. Then you're gonna step through and you're doing upward elbow. And you're doing upward elbow. Then you are going to do a downward elbow. So I'll show you toward the camera. Just upward elbow. I step in, and I elbow down. And I step in, and I elbow down. I'm using my stance to drop that elbow down. And then finally, you do a backward elbow. So I'm going to step my stance back, and I'm elbowing backward. I step my stance back, and I elbow backward. So all together, those were, if I have enough room. If you don't have enough room, just scoot yourself back. It was forward, forward, upward, upward, downward, downward, backward, backward. From the other angle, and I'll start with my opposite side. Here it was forward, forward, upward, upward, downward, downward, backwards, backward. Okay, and you'll notice because this is a long set actually, these 8 count elbows, especially if you're taking a full stance, I'm using a replacement step. And so the replacement step technology goes so you just step your other foot back where you were. And this is not only a way to do these long, long forms within an enclosed space, but it's also what happens if you're getting a foot out of the way, like someone kicked at that foot, and you happen to do this skip back or something, you can transition. So it's actually training you stance work to make you agile on your feet. So that was 4 count knees, 8 count elbows. We're going to take another short break. We'll do a little practical training, and then we'll get right into our form. So please go to the bathroom if you need to. We'll take questions off the recording. And here we go. So we'll just do a couple of minutes. This was all from this classical orientation, and then we should put this into shadow boxing. We should put this into how does this work practically. So today is kind of just a light training day, but we'll see what we can do with this. So let's take a couple combinations. The first one is going to be our jab. So remember, you're gluing your hands to your chin, or if you're less of a beginner, you can take I don't want a problem, dude stance. This is a great stance because it's more about not ever having to fight a person than about ever fighting a person. And so we've done the jab for many, many weeks. Let's now do the finger jab, which actually takes your jab and gives you another few inches so that you can stab somebody in the eyeball with your fingers from a lot further away. So that same energy, and the thing is, if you can jab a dude in the eyeball with your fingers, you don't need a lot of power. And so this notion of just whipping the body and letting that thing flick out really becomes quite cool because in addition to your relaxed body being able to generate power, when you do want power for like a solid jab, with the finger jab, you don't even need that power. You're just stabbing a person in the eye. So from here, I don't want a problem, dude, and then bah, finger jab comes out. Let's do just a couple rounds with this kind of slow. So, bah, finger jab, 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 bah, finger jab. One more time, bah, finger jab. Okay, so then we'll take finger jab, and then we're going to do palm heel strike. So you just come through and you're just going to bludgeon with your palm, right? Usually this is like right in the side of the face. So from here, it goes finger jab, heel palm. And this is the same type of footwork. You're pivoting on the front foot, and you're pivoting on the back foot to drive that power through from the waist, bringing your hands all the way back to your chin each time. So finger jab, heel palm, finger jab, heel palm, finger jab, heel palm, finger jab, heel palm. Okay, from your heel palm, the last thing you're going to do is the ear slap. So from here, my body's already turned. I turn my chest first, and I leave this arm sort of trailing in space, and then I bring it around, as if you could just slap a dude upside the ear. So from here, it's finger jab, heel palm, slap a dude upside the ear. Finger jab, heel palm, slap a dude upside the ear. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's add one more piece to this. So these, today we're going a little soft. We don't have time to ratchet it up. So I'm going to show you some patterns. And then what I would suggest is do them on your bag or in the air in a shadow boxing style. Take a telephone pole and wrap it in some towels, whatever you've got. Don't do the finger jab on the bag, but you can do this with a palm jab. So you go palm, palm, slap. And then you can just play here, move around a bit. You can play things that you may have learned, positive and negative strikes, etc. You can throw your head, you can throw a sprawl in there.
So for your workout, for your conditioning on these, go ahead and take them outside of class and work them. So for now, one more move just to get your fancy motors running. We're going to work the coordination of the pattern. So download that to you so you can train it all week. So from here, we finger jab, we palm stroked, we heel, we palm slapped, and now I want you to imagine that your palm slap missed, it carried you way around. You're going to step this right foot back, and you're going to back elbow. Okay, so we have a little fun combination with the 1, 2, 3, classic 1, 2, 3, but we're just using different tools on the end of our drill here. We're using different bits. So it's jab, palm, slap, back elbow. Okay, and you'll see this, sometimes this back elbow, they'll actually come off a missed hook and back elbow this way. You'll see it in Thai boxing. My favorite, Anderson Silva, did one of these in a really famous clip. It's on like most famous KOs or most wild KOs of the UFC or something like that. But you'll also see this one in the Thai boxing of taking that missed hook. How you might do it is if a person always rear slips your hooks. Okay, so you fake the hook and you cross distance and you hit them with that elbow. Same thing with a back fist or back hammer fist if you are used to doing such things. So a couple more times. Here we go. Pierce, bludgeon, percuss, and elbow. Pierce, bludgeon, percuss, elbow. Pierce, bludgeon, percuss, elbow. Pierce, bludgeon, wasn't that the guy who played 007? Okay, pierce, bludgeon, percuss, elbow. Now you can play with, do you think you're really hitting them with this palm strike, or are you planning to miss and have them move back? If you're planning to miss, you can take the hook step. So let's do a couple rounds, because we're doing coordination. Let's play some different footwork games. So this one's the jab, finger jab is going to go step, step. So a little replacement step, a step and slide, or a push shuffle, the whole thing moves at once. And then about the minute that back foot lands, your cross comes through. Then what we've been doing is unwinding and slapping, but you can also slap with a little hook step. So if I slap with the hook step, this is one of the ways to set up that rear elbow where it feels a little more natural. And the thing I will invite you to consider is this hook step as if you're planning for them to rear slip your hook. So your hook comes in, that's okay, you stepped with it. That was just your distraction. That was your footwork down below. So here you go. Push, shuffle, 1, 2, hook step, and the real strike comes. It's the elbow. One hand lies, the other tells the truth. So again, push, shuffle, hook step, elbow. Okay, practice a couple on your own while I fix this lion's mane. All right, so that's just one for you at home in your copious free time, is just push, shuffle, hit, hook step, and rear elbow. You'll notice when I do those rear elbows, I'll tend to pull, and this comes from the way they train it in the Bagua system, but it's a great universal training because what it's doing when I pull with both hands, it's the same thing you're doing in this exercise. You're training those rhomboids and middle traps to all recruit together. So instead of just one back muscle, I have both sides of the full fascial chain of those back muscles pulling my shoulder blades together and creating more explosive power on that elbow. So you can take these elbows, you can do them as a single drill, and you could just push shuffle with the elbow for explosive power. You can do it with the hooks. You could just excerpt the hook step. You can do it with just the cross. Right? So put together these combos with these various elbow strikes. Okay, one more elbow strike that we will play, which is for the ground fighting, actually, this 12 to 6 elbow. So when we do it standing, sometimes this is, you won't see this in the UFC because you're not allowed to hit the person on the back of the head. Well, for good reason. If you're not allowed to do it in good sportsmanship, if you have to defend your life, might be something you want to take a look at. So if you happen to have sprawled, person's trying to take your legs down, and you happen to have an arm free, right? Your leg, you're up against, sometimes you'll see in MMA, they'll get up against the cage, and then they're just waiting for the guy, you know. Then you also have an opportunity to slam into the back of their noggin. Okay, so, you know, this helps us remember this is only life or death. Do not use this in a friendly challenge of manhood or some BS like that. So if you are on the ground, you'll have to pretend that you've got something in your guard. So this is, you've wrapped your legs around the person, and of course, another lesson on a guard in person, but you can use these legs to actually manipulate where they are and hold them there. And then once you've gotten them there, if their head is not here where it should be to protect them, but up, you can actually hit down with your 12 to 6 elbow. So we're going to do this just as an ab exercise, and we'll just do 20 of these on each side. So get your guard. If you like more ab, you can actually pull your tailbone up off the floor. I did extra yoga the other day, so I don't really feel the need to do that. You kind of squeeze like isometrically, and then from here we're going to go right, left, 2, 3, 4. That was still 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Break, because then we got to start on the left side just to get those patterns warmed up. So cross your feet again and then see which way feels natural. Twist them so it feels unnatural, except I can tell from the warmth of my shin that I did the unnatural one first. Okay, pop up, and now left side. Here we go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Okay, come on to hands and knees, and just one extra one for this ground fighting situation. You won't see this a lot, but there is a tiny strike you can do with this elbow into the gut if you're in their guard. So this position, they've got their legs wrapped around you, they're controlling your motion, but for a second, you were able to pop yourself up, and you want immediately to take this guy and drop it down. So if you can do this on a punching bag. In fact, I'll do that just to demonstrate. But if you're on the floor, then you just do this on the floor. So let's say here I am, I'm in this person's guard, I'm covering my head because I don't want that done to me, the thing we just trained to do. And then for a moment, they give me this ability to pop up. And so I take that and then down. So cover up, cover up. If you don't have a bag to hit, just pretend on the air. So here we go, up, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Good, and then obviously these strikes they're close range enough, they're only worth so much, but often you'll see people who use these as a transition into these hammer fists, into popping their way up and out, and various escapes from that guard for self-defense. So a little down elbow action for today. All right, so we've got one more move in our form to do. I hope that you've been following along in the previous videos. If not, and you feel lost, that's okay. You can go back, watch those on the YouTube channel, get caught up to the form where we're at, but we only have a few minutes left today, so we're gonna go right into where we left off in our form. You remember in our last episode, our young heroes had blocked with their knee, they had blocked out, they had punched, and let's get to this position. Right foot forward, left foot back, the heel is down, you're punching with these two hands. Okay, then your left elbow is gonna do that back elbow, all the way back. Your right hand and right foot move together and they swing back to the cross stance, and you reach out. Why do I say reach instead of punch? Well, because that punch doesn't have a lot of power. I mean, you could get some power out of it, of course, if you had to punch a guy behind you, do punch someone behind you. But this is actually a really classic judo and Shuai Jiao exercise where they train reaching for the person and then throwing them. And the next move in our form is a throw. So let's go from here again. Right foot forward, back elbow, right hand, right foot, cross step and reach. That's what we did last week. We're not going to review it any more than that. So now just take your two hands and you're going to turn your stance all the way to face the opposite corner. You punch down and back as if you were hitting up an inch. Obviously, this would be hitting the groin if this were something that you're hitting. So you stoop all the way down. My back heel is up. And so the angles on this guy, here I am on this sort of cardinal angle, right? And then this would be 180 degrees. What's that, 270? Something, yeah, something like that. So, no, this is 90 degrees. And then what do you add 30 to 190? So that's 120 degrees, I believe. Robert, the engineer, could put it in. But anyway, I'm facing north, and then I would turn east, and then southeast. I believe that is correct. So from here, I've scooted all the way back. Okay, and this is what I'm saying. Even though you've looked this way, which is that southern direction, my stance is still sort of facing that north. So I turn it all the way to this back corner, and I hit. Okay, I'll do this facing various directions. So let's have it facing this front. So right foot was forward. I elbowed back. I stepped the right foot back. I reached out with that punch. And then I'm going to turn all the way to that corner, and down you go. Okay, how about I face this direction? Very good. Okay, right foot forward, and then I elbow. Step the right foot, right hand comes with it, and you reach, big stretch, coil, and down. Okay, and now that's the way you're facing. So practice along. I'm here. I hit back elbow, I cross step backward, and then I'm going to coil all the way around to the back corner. Okay, and down you go. So it looks like this could be like, oh, duck, a penitent man will pass, Indiana Jones. This is not really a duck, this is actually throwing someone over your shoulder, in case you haven't seen that application before. But for now, to help you get it, you could think of the hit to this guy behind you. So it's a little tricep kickback on your paw. So let's do it again from this angle 3 times. So here we go. Right foot forward, elbow back, boom. Step it back, hit, coil, and down. Again. Push it forward, elbow back, step it back, hit, and down. One more time, push, elbow back, step it back, and down. All right, and then one more move just for you to dream on for next week. So from here, elbow back, step back, turn to the corner, and then my left hand is gonna come up in this uppercut. My right hand comes up in the uppercut, and I'm facing back toward that cardinal direction again. So those of you who know that, feel free to throw it in. Just dream on these uppercuts. This is actually the same as kettlebell press exercise that I just learned 2 weeks ago. So that's kind of fun, and it's going to be great conditioning for your fascia, for your musculature, for your entire body. So we're taking them about one move at a time right now, but as you get all these traditional exercises, all these temple exercises, it's really going to encode these types of movement in your body, and we're creating integrative and holistic movements through the physical body and enhancing that mind-body connection. So with that, let's seal the chi with 3 breaths, palms up. Inhale, connecting earth and heaven. And exhale it down. Again, inhale earth and heaven. And exhale.
One more time. And all the way down. Okay, bringing the feet together, saluting out, and salute. And if you know it, formal salute. Up. All right, thank you so much for your training today. We'll turn off the recording. We'll take any extra questions. Have a good day.